Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss the full anatomy of the middle ear, including the blood supply, nerve supply, muscles, walls, and other structures. Anatomy of the middle ear. The middle ear is a small, air-filled cavity located between the tympanic membrane and the inner ear. It is composed of several structures, including the ossicles, malleus, incus, and stapes, the oval window, the round window, the eustachian tube, the mastoid air cells, and the muscles. Blood supply. The blood supply to the middle ear is primarily from the petrosal branch of the middle meningeal artery, which is a branch of the maxillary artery. The stylomastoid artery, which is a branch of the posterior auricular artery, also supplies blood to the middle ear. Nerve supply. The nerve supply to the middle ear is complex and includes branches of several cranial nerves, including the facial nerve, CN7, the glossopharyngeal nerve, CNIX, and the vagus nerve, CNX. The facial nerve supplies the stapes muscle, which is responsible for dampening loud sounds. The glossopharyngeal nerve supplies the eustachian tube, and the vagus nerve supplies the inner ear. Muscles. There are two small muscles in the middle ear, the tensor tympani and the stapes muscle. The tensor tympani muscle arises from the walls of the eustachian tube and inserts onto the malleus. It is responsible for tensing the tympanic membrane, which helps to protect the inner ear from loud sounds. The stapes muscle arises from the posterior wall of the middle ear and inserts onto the stapes. It is responsible for dampening the vibrations of the stapes, which also helps to protect the inner ear from loud sounds. Let me provide more detail on each of the walls of the middle ear. Lateral wall. The lateral wall of the middle ear is formed by the tympanic membrane, also known as the eardrum. This membrane is a thin, translucent, oval-shaped membrane that separates the external ear from the middle ear. The tympanic membrane vibrates in response to sound waves, which are transmitted through the ear canal, and these vibrations are then transmitted to the ossicles of the middle ear. Medial wall. The medial wall of the middle ear is formed by the bony labyrinth of the inner ear, which includes the cochlea and the vestibular apparatus. The cochlea is responsible for hearing, while the vestibular apparatus is responsible for balance. The medial wall of the middle ear is separated from the inner ear by a thin, bony plate called the oval window, which is covered by a thin membrane that allows sound waves to be transmitted to the inner ear. Anterior wall. The anterior wall of the middle ear contains the opening of the eustachian tube, which connects the middle ear to the back of the throat. The eustachian tube helps to equalize pressure between the middle ear and the